Hey, it is 7 p.m. Mix is coming in kind of loud. Alright. It is 7 p.m. We're going to prep some Pathfinder, and we're working on Book 3 of Outlaws, Alkenstar. Now, if you've been following this prep series since the very beginning, and God bless you if you have, because it's got to have been a year by now. I don't know. It's a lot, right? We already read through this, and we already prepped everything. But you may recall that Book 3, I was like, everything that we're doing for Book 3, we're going to have to revisit eventually anyways, because how the fuck are we going to remember everything from Book 3 if we're going back and running Book 1 and 2 for two different groups while learning it, while doing other stuff, right? So it's going to be kind of a complete mystery to us what's going on in Book 3. So, we're going to work on Book 3. One of the things I've been doing is I've been using an AI assistant to help me read the books. Hey, what's up, Dom? So I'm a poor reader. I don't read very well. And a lot of times I'll either read out loud on stream so that because I struggle with reading, or I will have an accessibility program read to me, but that generally means I got, like a robot voice reading to me, because I don't pay for the cool accessibility service where Snoop Dogg reads books to you or whatever. However, I'm in, like, I guess the early adopters for a service called Gemini, which is Google's AI partnership or whatever, and you would think that would mean it's pretty good, but it's really not. It's actually pretty shitty. However, it does sometimes work. Hey, what's up, Dr. Robinzora? It sometimes works, and what it does is it summarizes chunks of the adventure for me, and then turns them into bulleted lists, because I'm a bullet brain person. Like, I love bullets. You've seen me when I write, and I write notes and stuff like that. It's always in bulleted format. I published 2 adventures. Those adventures included bulleted information in them. I just think in bullets. So having the adventure turned into bullets was really great. The problem is the AI for Gemini is not very smart, so that it still runs into stuff where it just doesn't know what to do. So right now I'm asking it to summarize, and it says, we're still learning and can't help with that, try another request. Which is very frustrating. But you know who is not still learning? ChatGPT. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to ChatGPT, and I'm going to just feed it the work that Gemini was not able to do, and then kind of fill those gaps real quick. Alright, so we're going to call this one, let's say, you are an expert Pathfinder player and adventure writer. I am going to provide you with large chunks of words and paragraphs from an adventure I am trying to read. Your job is to take that information, read it, summarize it, and present it to me with headers and bulleted lists. Alright. And then it says, I'll be happy to help you with that. Please go ahead and share the chunks of words and paragraphs from your adventure, and I'll get started on summarizing and organizing the information for you. Okay. So I'm going to take this bit right here that it was unable to do, and I'll paste it in. Okay, and then ChatGPT says, characters in conflict. Ambrose Muglin, the party's recently dealt with this malevolent mogul seeking vengeance for his wrongdoings. Deputy Angelique Lovelace. Threat of Pyronite. Good stuff. Now, the problem with ChatGPT is it's very chatty. It's like 3CPO chatty. It's like the most chatty AI that's out right now. It has a lot of difficulty being succinct because I guess it's just very excited about being alive and, you know, having a brain and being able to talk to you. So I'm going to say, that was amazing. Please try again, but be much more concise. There we go. Much better. So what it did in its first attempt is it ended up with like 3 times as many words, which is not, in my opinion, a good summary. It's like, that's like a good fucking book report. Yeah, here we go. So we're going to take all this, I'm going to paste it in, and then we get that. So that's much better. Alright. And then I'll scroll through and find another one that it refused to sort, and I'll feed that. Okay, great work. Do the same thing with this. Colon, enter, enter, space, paste, go. So anyways, what I'm having it do is read like all this stuff and then tell me, the bad reader, like, hey man, this is the most important information. Imagine if we had this when we were in high school and college, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my god. I know people say that it's like, it's bad, but like, when you watch a Marvel movie and you see Tony Stark and he's like, you know, Jarvis, run 500 simulations on this battle armor. That's 500 simulations he didn't have to run. It just saved him like $6 billion. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there is a tool for that, Red. Hit up Orf. He's got a couple that he uses that are really, really good. Alright. So then right here, we've got Stagecoach Heist. I'm going to paste that in. So there we go. And format. Okay. And so on and so forth. And then we get to this one, gathering information. It wasn't able to sort this either. So we'll grab this. And we'll say, now this, colon, enter, enter, paste, enter. Now, what I'm doing is very like give and take. Like I'm copying and pasting and giving it to you. Now, there are plugins where you could say, here is the entire PDF. I want you to process this entire PDF for me and give it back to me in this format. Yeah, Acrobat does have a read out loud feature as well. Alright, so then we go here, we grab all this, and we paste it in, and it's in a nice format. Key guests, clues to uncover, additional insights, summary. Love it. Alright. I feel like this... Alright, so here's a good example of where Gemini does a better job. Okay? So they gave me this summary, right? But if I select this, go to Gemini, and I say summarize, it will tighten it up. If I go to refine, I could say shorten, and it'll tighten it up even more. So it's pretty damn cool. All right, let's see. Then we got Tomben's Suite. So we're gonna grab this, and we're gonna say, now this section, comma, please keep the areas labeled with B number sign separated. And then we hit enter. Let's see if it understands B number sign. I think it does, honestly. Oh, it's doing a good job, y'all. It's doing a real good job. It's fantastic. All right, so why am I doing this? Why not just read the adventure? Okay, so I'm trying to show that this is really useful for somebody with, like, a disability, right? Like dyslexia, or, you know, they're just, like you're trying to do Kingmaker, and it's 640 pages with a 70-page player's guide and a 140-page companion's guide. Like, for some people, that's just like, I guess they're not going to run that adventure. But these tools could allow someone to do that. And so I just want to show that they're not all, like, super duper evil tools. That's all I'm trying to show. All right, so we grab all this, and we tell it fantastic work, period. Now this, colon, enter, enter, paste. And the idea here is when I go to read through the adventure now, instead of, and you guys remember, if you've been watching me prep this adventure, and if you've watched me prep other Paizo adventures, they're very redundant, right? They say the same thing, like, over and over and over and over again. And they're very wordy, right? Because everybody over at Paizo, they're, like, super smart. They love the English language. They use these big fat words. I don't need all that, right? I just need the meat of the adventure. I don't care how beautifully written it is or how big your vocabulary is. I just want to know how to run the adventure. So for me, this is proving to be very, very useful. All right. So we grab all this, and we paste this in. And then we grab this, and then we ask Gemini to shorten it. And Gemini is like, listen, asshole, it's just one sentence. Dunzos. Alright, so we take that, move the summary up to the beginning. There we go. And good. Beautiful. Okay. And let me see, were there any others that it was not able to do? Okay, event 11 it wasn't able to do. So we'll grab that. Alright, now this. I mean, I've suggested that to Dom as a vodcast idea, but I don't think we're ready to get, like, crucified. It's still a very, like, tense thing. Like, I'm not saying to use it to write your adventure, and I'm not saying to use it to, like, do everything for you, but, like, there are things that it can do that are positive things that I think are, you know, pretty important. And I wish more people knew about these things, because it could really help a lot of people, I think. All right, let's see. Paste this in. Go down here to the summary, and then we're going to shorten it up. And we'll replace it with that shorter summary. Get rid of this. So I'm not going to do this for like the whole stream. I just wanted to kind of finish up what I was doing earlier. But this is a nice thing to do off stream, just like listening to like music and just vibing and just like formatting the adventure into an easier to digest format. It's kind of a slow process. It does take like some time, and one might argue that the time that you spend doing this, you could have just read the fucking book, right? And again, my argument is maybe you just can't read the book, you know? All right, here we go. Ugh. Oh, so stiff. All right. I guess I should turn on view fit. There we go. So after I get this last bit finished, we're going to go back to the beginning. We're going to read through it. We're going to see if it reads faster, right, than if we were just reading 24 pages of the adventure. Now, admittedly, this is 20 pages long right now, so it's going to be like 22 pages. It's going to be like the same length as a Google document as it was before. So, is it better? I don't know. Let's see. Paste this in. I think what it comes down to is it better for me, or, you know, is it better for you, kind of thing, right? Like what works best for you as far as like absorbing and digesting knowledge is the question there. All right, so that should cover everything. Let's go back to the beginning. And then Red, you had asked about like reading out loud tools. So I got this, read out loud. You need to grant read out loud additional permissions for this website. Allow. Okay.
Event 11, Defending the Maw Severe 8. Characters must secure the Maw of Rovagig to use the cannon against a horde. Failure has dire consequences. The encounter tests combat skills.
Yeah, so anyways, this tool right here, it would allow me to select something, and then, hey, why do you keep disappearing, little guy? Let's see.
Summaries Chapter 1, Arms Race. Grand Duchess Triadoricia approaches the characters and explains that the situation has become dire. To find Lovelace and the Pyro Knight buyers, the party must investigate Lovelace's headquarters in the Shield Marshal's Vault of Secrets and rescue Alkenstar citizens who knew too much about the deputy's schemes. The party's best lead takes them to the Gunnerks far west of Alkenstar, where they learn about their enemy's plot to use Pyro Knight to level Alken Falls. Chapter 2, Alkenstar Falls. Around Alken Falls.
So anyways, yeah, like, that's what you could do, and you could, like, put that on, if you can stand the robot voice. That's like, this is like a free plugin. You can put that on while you're doing something else and have it read your notes to you or whatever. Yeah. Okay, so, let's do it. Book 3. Summary. Chapter 1, Arms Race. Grand Duchess Triadoricia approaches the characters and explains that the situation has become dire. To find Lovelace and Pyro Knight buyers, the party must investigate Lovelace's headquarters in the Shield Marshal's Vault of Secrets and rescue Alkenstar citizens who knew too much about the deputy's schemes. So right away, we're going to say replace or add PC, friends, and family to this roster. There we go. The party's best lead takes them to Gunworks far west of Alkenstar, where they learn about their enemy's plots to use Pyro Knight to level Alken Falls. What? Alright, so we're not going to worry about the Chapter 2 and 3 stuff. Well, I guess we could read it real quick. So Chapter 2, Alkenstar Falls. Around Alken Falls, the character's investigation leads them to the Tin Wound Hydroforge. Parsis has used necromantic powers to fill the water purification plant with undead minions. The party must navigate electrified undead, clockwork monstrosities, and dangerous technology. They must find and defeat Parsis, who reveals that Lovelace and Ebrium are on a luxury riverboat headed right this way with Pyronite in hand. And then Chapter 3, Blood in the Bilge. To save the day, the Outlaws board a high society riverboat called the Gear Smoke. The vessel is loaded with volatile pyronite, so the party must sneak around to disarm the bombs, finally facing off against Deputy Lovelace and Ebrium, upending the villain's plot. Unlikely heroes. In the conclusion of the Alkenstar's adventure path, the characters evolve from vengeance-seeking bank robbers to the saviors of Alkenstar. Players' reactions to this transformation may vary. Some may embrace redemption, others may prefer to maintain their hard-boiled reputations. The adventure offers diverse motivations for the character's transformation, including moral reasons, pragmatic solutions such as a pardon from the Grand Duchess for their past crimes. The character's newly gained freedom opens up numerous possibilities in the city of Smog. And then the advancement track, they're going to be level 8 at the beginning of this adventure. They're going to be level 9 at the end of Chapter 1, and they're going to be level 10 at the end of Chapter 2. Then they will hit level 11 at the end of Chapter 3, and then the players that are going on to Stolen Fate will start Stolen Fate at level 11. Ah, excellent. Okay, so Chapter 1, Arms Race. Key characters: Ambrose Muglin, recently defeated by the party. Deputy Angelique Lovelace, a persistent foe with critical information on new threats. Parsis and Ebrium, spellcasters with dangerous plans involving Pyronite. Threat overview: Pyronite danger, acquired by Parsis and Ebrium for destructive purposes. Grand Duchess Trietta Rikia's concern, fears the spread of Pyronite knowledge. Main plot, objective: destroy Arkenfalls and disrupt Alkenstar using Pyronite to create a strategic shipping route. Wow, okay. Motivation: strategic and financial. Facilitate troop and goods movement for Nex and Geb, potentially profiting from conflict. Power grab: Lovelace aims to seize control of Alkenstar post-explosion. I didn't know that. That's cool. Bullet points: parties' past and present foes include Lovelace, Parsis, and Ebrium. Pyronite poses significant risk to the Inner Sea region. A plot to create chaos in Alkenstar could change regional power dynamics. Chapter 1 Synopsis. Grand Duchess Trietta informs the characters of a dire situation. Pyronite, a valuable formula in the hands of Angelique Lovelace, the character's arch-rival. Muglin sold Pyronite to buyers before his defeat. The characters must track down Deputy Lovelace and the Pyronite buyers. The journey begins with investigating Lovelace's headquarters. The characters attend a gala to gather clues about her motives. The characters must rescue citizens on Lovelace's hit list. The characters must earn the garrison commander's trust at the gunworks. The characters must defend against a wasteland warhorde's assault at the gunworks. All of this takes place amid a tempestuous mana storm. Whew. Okay, so we're going to have the characters must, and then do this. And we'll move this up here. There we go. Wonderful. There we go. Because we don't need to have the characters must over and over again. I guess I'll put, because all my notes are up on my Patreon, this should be hopefully helpful to future people running this, having this, like, more organized stuff. There we go. Okay. Getting started. After taking revenge on Ambrose Muglin, the characters are summoned by Phoebe Dunsmith. They meet at the Barrel and Bullet Saloon at dawn. Dunsmith leads them to a back room where a mysterious figure awaits. The Grand Duchess discusses Pyronite weapon with Phoebe Dunsmith. She reveals her plan to distribute Pyronite formula to foreign powers. To prevent any single nation from gaining a devastating advantage. God damn. Some Cold War nuke action. She acknowledges that the solution is not ideal, but it is necessary to maintain the balance of power. Still hopes to find Deputy Lovelace, Parson, and Ebrium to prevent the formula from spreading further, which would be the preferred outcome for Alkenstar's safety. Questions for the Duchess. Gauges their reaction to her news and offers to answer any questions. The party may ask where to start looking, why they were chosen, and what's in it for them. She suggests the Ironmaster's Vault of Secrets for clues. Lovelace as allies who hinder Rikia's efforts. Alkenstar's bureaucracy is slow and inflexible. Rikia believes unorthodox solutions like the party are more effective. She offers money, reputation, and political favors as compensation, including absolution for any laws broken. Which, for High Noon, is going to be a lot of laws broken. I'm also going to look up how to pronounce this woman's name, because it's killing me. Let's see. How to pronounce Risia.
Rishia.
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 Okay. Alright. How pronounce Rishia. There we go. So the C is actually an SH. Okay. I was way off. I wanted to make it a hard sound, but that's fine. Okay. Into the Vault of Secrets. The party's first step in finding Lovelace is to infiltrate the Vault of Secrets. The vault has several entrances, all known only to vetted shield marshals and national defense bureaucrats. Okay, so here's the question. Would Jet and Kelly know these entrances? I want to say yes. They don't have any connections to the shield marshals in their other game, which is in High Noon, which is kind of interesting. Dunsmith and Rishia have arranged a way for the characters to gain access to one of these entrances. Okay. The party's mission is to infiltrate the Vault of Secrets, find Lovelace, and bring her back to the party's base of operations. Hijack the stagecoach. Shield marshals serve as armed escorts for Alkenstar, transporting government cargo through the harsh wasteland. An armored stagecoach with 4 shield marshals is scheduled to return from Martel. To access the Vault of Secrets, the characters must sneak aboard the stagecoach either by stowing away or staging a stick-up. The stagecoach is drawn by mindless clockwork steeds programmed to take the coach into the Vault of Secrets regardless of who's on board. Oh, that's cool. Find info on Lovelace. The characters gather information on Lovelace once they're inside the vault. Dunsmith proposes looking for the following. Suspicious paperwork that could indicate... Here we go. Lovelace's location, her recent dealings with Alkenstar power brokers. Alright, Lovelace's location, we're going to say Lovelace has, quote-unquote, officially put in an extended leave of absence. Leaving Shield Marshal Thorn in charge. And if you've forgotten, Thorn is this dude right here. This cool looking cowboy Noel. Look at that guy, he's so cool. Alright. Her recent dealings with Alkenstar power brokers. So this could be useful. In High Noon, have Stacks contact be one such power broker. Okay. The names of potential accomplices. Escape undetected. Due to the presence of both good and bad shield marshals in the Vault of Secrets, it is impossible to fight their way out. Dunsmith advises the characters to escape the way they came in, not linger. Wow. Strong advice, girl. Two shield marshals, Otto and Lily, are tough warriors associated with Loveless. I don't know who Otto and Lily are, but let's see. Change these out for people the party might actually know? Question mark. All right. The other two, Peyton and Oakley, are bookkeepers and unlikely to involved in Lovelace's schemes. Many of Lovelace's lackeys wear broken heart pins or tattoos to signify their favor and protection. Once outside the vaults, the characters should look for shield marshals with this description and follow them to Lovelace's offices. Lovelace and her closest minions operate out of Vault 14, which is next to the Stagecoach hangar. Okay. So, Event 1, Stagecoach Heist. Overview. Setting. The heist takes place as a stagecoach travels from Martel to Alkenstar, ending in a warehouse in Steamhaven that houses a secret elevator to the Vault of Secrets. It's a lot of secrets. Stagecoach details. It is steel-sided, 10 feet wide, 15 feet long, pulled by 2 clockwork steeds, and designed for heavy cargo. Heist mechanics. Stealth, deception, DC 25. Breaking in, thievery, or athletics, DC 25. I love that DC 25 athletics to cling to the underside. That's pretty cool. Intimidation option. 3 successful 25 intimidation checks will convince the guards, Otto and Lily, to surrender. Characters and defenses. Guard details. Peyton and Oakley drive the stagecoach while Otto and Lily guard from the roof. Combat scenario. If detected, Otto and Lily defend the stagecoach. Peyton and Oakley try to flee for help. Creature note. Peyton and Oakley are non-combatants. Otto and Lily are the main threat. Specific stat block not provided. Okay. So for this, we're going to need animated background map, desert road with stagecoach. Okay. Do we make one or do we find one? We could probably make one pretty quick. Let's see. Okay. Incarnate. I feel so bad because like I had early access to Incarnate's new stuff, and I was just too busy to actually like log in and check it out. I feel like kind of a butt. All right, choose that. We'll make it. Yeah, wide is fine. Okay. All right. You don't seem very wide. Ah, there we go. Okay. It's already looking pretty deserty, so that's cool. Let's see. Road. Nope. Pavement. Alright. We'll go with sand rocks. That seems good. Oh, that's too big. Too big. Show grid. Alright. Paintbrush. Size. Nope. Size. There we go. Alright. So I'm thinking like that would work. Okay. Yeah, it's got to be wide enough that like wagons could go on it, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And then let's see. We want it to be dark, so let's do shadow. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Go here, and then we'll turn opacity way down. 0.2. All right. Let's see. I just want it to look like, you know, more than one wagon has kind of crossed over these things at some point. So, just trying to add, you know, a little bit of variation in the texture there. All right, excellent. Now, do we make it nondescript, or do we have like the one Hanna-Barbera like cactus like in the background? That's a tough question. All right, let's go here and look for desert. All right, we got palm tree. Here are the cactuses. Let's see, random stamps of cactuses. All right, so we got those. Cactus over here. Alright, I think that's enough. Now we need tumbleweeds. We got tumbleweeds anywhere? Desert plants. I'll make you a tumbleweed. Hold on. Let's see. Color. It's gotta be like a dried out sort of yellow. There we go. There we go. Cool. Excellent. Alright. And then maybe a rock. A couple of stones. Let's see, we got desert. Desert cliffs. Limestone wall rubble. Desert stone wall rubble. Alright. Cool. Okay, that seems pretty good. And then if we wanted to, we could try to make it look a little bit harder there on the edge. Or we could also look for some sand. Let's see. Go back here. Sand. Okay. Orc sand. Oh, isn't that like the best sand? Alright, here's some sand. Size. Cool. So what we could do with that is just to kind of like, you know, add some variety. Like, this is the same texture, right? Up here, that's down there. So we kind of want to spice that up a little bit. Alright. We'll do this. So. Okay. Now I'm having to click like a ton of times because I have my opacity so low. If you didn't want to have to do that, you could just crank up your opacity a bit. Alright, so that kind of breaks up the repetitive nature of what we got there. We could still go and grab some orc sand, the best sand, and just kind of add some of that in. Alright. Now, we could also go in here, lower the brightness and the saturation, contrast. Alright, and then we could take this kind of darker thing and just go along the edge of the road here. Help it look like it's kind of raised up a bit. Like they've worn a path into the desert sand. There we go. Nope, no, no. Nobody actually wanted to grab that. Alright. There. Cool. Alright. And then I'm just gonna brush a little bit more of this, we'll call it orc orange, on. There we go. Wonderful. Looks so good. Then we're going to go over to this. We're going to turn off the grid. And we're going to save it. We're going to call it Desert Road. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to export it And the cool thing here is we can work at 2K, but we could export at 4K just by clicking the 4K button. And then it will automatically upscale for the export without having to... Wow, that downloaded really fast. Fiber internet is amazing. All right, we're going to go ahead and open it up in Photoshop. All right, so we have this cool road map, and in 4K it looks even better. We did such a good job, guys. I like the little penis cactus down here. That's great. So now we want it to be a repeating thing. So we're going to go to Filter. Actually, we're going to unlock this layer first. And we're going to go to Filter, Offset? Or is it Layer Offset? What is it? I can't remember how you do Offset. That's been a while. Other... Offset. There we go. So filter, other, offset. And we just want to offset horizontally. So I'm going to do like that many. And you can see where the issue is, right? If we zoom in. So what we're going to do is we're going to use... I would say healing brush. Yeah. So we'll use healing brush, and we'll just be like, don't suck anymore. So what we'll do is grab this, and no, healing brush didn't work. What do we want? Smart brush? It's been a while since I did this. Spot healing? I think it's spot healing. All right, so we're gonna take spot healing, and we're gonna say fix that. There we go. Cool. And that do kind of move our road off in a weird direction though, right? What if we went all the way across? Ooh, that's terrible. Okay. Let's see. Alright, then if we filter, offset again, filter, offset again, filter, offset again. Alright. And all we're doing is just kind of patching it in places. And we can do Alt-Control-F to just keep shuffling it around. And this kind of simulates that, you know, it's moving as they go. Let's see. I don't really see a problem with it over here like this, but we could try doing that a bit. Alright. Yeah, I think that works. Alright, so once we're happy with it, we're gonna save it out as a WebP. Okay. And then we'll go back into Foundry. I guess I gotta pause it because they're kind of fighting for their lives right now. And we got book 3, Arms Race. They have a stagecoach heist here, which takes place in the town. Go. And that's cool and all. But I kind of want to have it outside. So, outside the city. Alright. So what we'll do is we're going to create a scene. We're going to call it Desert Road Heist. And we'll put it in Arms Race. There we go. Alright. And we'll save it for now. Go over here. And what can we do? Alright, so configure. We're going to go ahead and grab background image. I'm just going to grab this black swatch. There we go. to tell it to be 30 by 40. So I'm going to break the dimensions here. And we'll do 40 by doing 4,000 and 3,000 for height. Hit save. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to go grab the tile that we made. We'll go to... Come on. Come on, brain. Oh, we're in maps. Okay. Alkenstar. Scenes. Nope. Alkenstar maps. There we go. We got to add a new folder. We'll call it book 03. Okay. And then we're going to go grab this goddamn map that we made. Where is it? Where's my goddamn map? I want it. Do I have to hit an upload button or something? Oh, there it is. About to say, like, 940 uploaded. I wasn't really feeling it there, but... let's see... Ooh, we gotta keep track of time, y'all. It's already 7:50. We got a game in 10 minutes. Ugh. Alright, it doesn't seem to want to drag out my map. Alright, there it is. So it'll probably drag it out, like, 3 more times at some point. Because Foundry is sort of like a printer. Okay, now we're going to go to Animation, Tile Scroll, and we want it to go Scroll Enabled, and the direction is... What? That's not right. Hold on. Why are you going 50? Oh, it's going like... Okay, so if I do 180... Hey! There we go. Alright. Nice. And then we need a carriage or a wagon or some shit. Let's see. Going here. Go to maps. And we got vehicles. There we go. Hey. It looks so good, right? Just agree with me. It looks so cool. Oh, I love it. All right, and then we need horses. Clockwork. Horses. There we go. All right. Some big ass cactuses. Let me tell you, some big ass cactuses I made. They said it was what, 10 feet by 15, so it'd be about like that big. There we go. Yeah, I'm getting a little seasick, honestly. So we got horse and horse. There we go. It's so cute. All right, yeah, they're moving at a mean pace. Look at that. So yeah, now we have our cool animated map for that. Now, if we wanted to, we could have tried to turn the stagecoach heist here into this as well, using the same techniques. But I like having it in the desert. I think that's going to be more fun. So that's what we'll do. Unless it doesn't make sense for it to be in the desert, which I guess I'd have to actually read the adventure to know for sure where this is taking place. But I would prefer it takes place in the desert, because that's, like, cooler. That's, like, way cooler. Let's see. Generate a new thumbnail. There we go. Alright. Put our dudes down. So there's 2 people that would be up front, and then 2 people hanging out on the roof. There we go. Nice. And if they stop them for, like, you know, a stick up, instead of like chasing them down, you would just turn off this. See? So it could be animated or not animated. Pretty neat. Alright. More room for complication in the city. Do we want more complication in the city? I guess is the question. This way they kind of have both options, you know? Let's go over to the city real quick. We got time, right? Let's see. Stagecoach heist. Alright. Oh, like, they got their own little wagon. I didn't even... Oh, my God. This product is so good. Alright, so stagecoach, configure. Grab that. Close. Go to the tile. There we go. Paste that in. Oh, actually, I need to go here. Jesus Christ, how big is this map? It's huge. Alright, so here's how we're going to handle this. We're going to use native AI tools and say remove cart. I know, I've gotten so lazy, guys. I'm just so fucking lazy. Throw a cabbage cart complication in there. Oh, that's true. Can't have a cabbage cart in the desert. We could have a family of cabbage leshies in the desert, though. Alright, let's see. Remove cart and crate. Yes, I used to actually use the painting tools and the stamping tools to remove stuff. Now I just tell it to remove stuff. I don't know. Listen, I'm busy. I got a lot of stuff to do. Alright. Remove carts. Okay. So now that everything has been removed, we'll unlock the layer. We'll go to filter offset and we'll do Alt-Control-F. And you will notice that there is an issue. The issue is right here. Look at that. That's terrible. So what we'll do is we'll grab this and we'll flip horizontal and we'll bring it over to there. There we go. And get rid of that. Great. And then we'll go down here. Same deal. You got to pick a roof style, baby. One or the other. So we'll grab this. And 3 minutes still game. Flip horizontally. We'll move it over to here. There we go. And then we'll just lightly... Alright, so we'll go here. And then we'll actually use the tools to go in and make it work. Alright. So now, when we Control-Alt-F and we shift it, a seamless, what? Seamless texture, that's incredible. How did you learn to do that, Crash? I spent $250,000 going to digital art school. Yay, I'm paying for it for the rest of my life until I die, and then my kid will probably have to pay for it. College is awesome. Anyways, yeah, I gotta go run the game. So, yeah, let me get my emotions back in check. Yeah, I'm gonna go run the game, show them horrors beyond their imaginations. Conti is gonna be streaming it tonight. I'm gonna try to give Conti a cameraman. by request. But Conti doesn't like using a cameraman. He likes being immersed in the experience. So what you need to do is start bullying some of the other players to stream, because you might get a better cameraman. You know what I'm saying? So consider bullying my other players into being cameramen. That's my advice. All right, so we'll put repeating on this. There we go. I really want to show you guys this thing in action before we quit those for the day. Let's see. We got time. We don't really have time. All right, Alkenstar maps, book 3. Go ahead and grab repeating. All right. Drag it out. Come on. Drop it on the map. There you go. All right, we move it into place. We go to animation, we enable it, we make it 180 degrees, and look at that. So obviously we have to go in and remove the walls and the lights. Well, maybe not the lights, because that looks kind of dope. But we got to go in and remove the walls, because the walls are screwing around. But that's how you would do it, guys. If you're curious how you would turn a map into an animated map, that's pretty easy. All right. Hope everybody has a nice night. I'll be back tomorrow to do a bunch of streaming, Kingmaker time, and all that jazz. And I'll see you next time.